Joseph Simons joins me now. Hi, Joseph.
Hi Dan, very nice to be here.
So what's the show you're bringing to Horsham?
So we are bringing a one-man dance show called First Things First, and this was created and performed by myself. I made the show in Berlin a couple of years ago. I won the Tanya Lika Fellowship, which is given to one Australian choreographer every 2 years, and that sent me over to Berlin to make a new work, and First Things First is the result of that.
What's the name mean?
First Things First is about first experiences and that transition between the unknown to the familiar. So First Things First felt like a pretty appropriate title.
So how do you, in a dance show, explore the idea of those first experiences?
So it's the idea of, well, what we explain is the art of getting used to it. So the show is very much a dance show, but it's also a comedy show. There's elements of stand-up and other things in there. It's plenty of talking in the show as well, and a little bit of singing. Yeah, so it's just exploring in little episodes the idea of doing something for the first time, and then doing it a second and a third and a fourth, and how different that experience can change. The way that we wanted to create the show was to make a show that really is entertaining and exciting and interesting to watch, and doesn't leave you walking out going, I don't know what that meant, which in many cases can be the case for contemporary dance. So we're really looking to make something that's really accessible and really relatable, and in that way, the idea of first experiences, there is literally a first time for everything, and anyone can relate to that.
So Joseph, you mentioned you made this show in Berlin where you were on a fellowship. Why did you choose Berlin?
Berlin is actually where the fellowship specifically sent me. So I had a 3-week residency there at a place called Ufa Studios, and I worked on the show for 3 weeks there before doing a work-in-progress showing for invited German audience. And the feedback was so strong and so positive that they encouraged me to continue the work and make it a full-length evening work, and that's what we're touring now.
When most people come through town on their tours, bringing theatre shows or singing or whatever,
yes,
it must be tiring for them. But with this, it's a dance show where you're really on stage dancing. It must be tiring.
Absolutely. This is a 1.5 hour one-man dance show. It's demanding, but such great fun and very, very warm. We start the show in the foyer where I attempt to meet everyone in the audience and shake their hand and have a chat and say hello before we then move into the theatre, and I jump up on stage and do a dance. So in that respect, I get a lot of energy from the audience. It's tiring, but I have a wonderful time, and I think the audience does too.
Well, look, it sounds like a good fun show, Joseph. Thanks for telling us a little about it.
Thank you so much. See you tonight.
Joseph Simons, he's performing in First Things First.